Hey fellow Aquas, how y'all doing? Welcome. We are going to be taking a look at your messages for Scorpio season. So as you can see here in the home position, we have the Death Key representing Scorpio season, but of course, so we're going to be taking a look at what is coming up for release during the season, because that's what this season is all about. It's all about transformation and looking at things that have expired, looking at aspects of ourselves that want to be revived, like the Phoenix energy that Scorpio is. And then what is the gift, right? What do I get out of releasing anything? What is the gift on the other side of that releasing? And then our advice as well. So we are going to begin with where we are now. Aquarius, where are we now? Aqua energy. Ooh, someone else got this. Aries got this as well. Interesting. So King of Cups is where you are now. So let's talk about this. First of all, Scorpio season, that's a water sign. So I like that you're coming up as King of Cups because it speaks to a certain, aspect of I am in alignment with the season, which means connected to your emotions, your heart space is at the forefront of the experience right now. What comes to mind with this is, yes, King of Cups is, it's an aspect of the Emperor that is very connected to their emotions, but there's also that saying of like the heart never lies, right? So there's an aspect of this King of Cups with being there in this position that says like being much more closely connected to and aware of the truth of how we feel, the truth of what is working in our lives, which relationships are working, what about ourselves is working and maybe needs some work, right? But the truth just feels like it's at the forefront of the experience during the season, which honestly couldn't be better, because there's an aspect of this that goes, oh great, if it's right at the forefront and my heart, oh my God, I almost just said if my heart is on fleek, but I would never say that. So I didn't say it. if my heart, right, is at the forefront and it's not being, it's not having to share room with a lot of, other stuff that's getting in the way of that, where I have to, dig a tunnel to get to where my heart is and go, okay, what's the truth? There's nothing masking it. It's just free and clear and in the forefront. So I rather like this. I rather like this for us. We're going to take a look at next what's coming up for release during this season. So what's coming up to be released? It's interesting too with that King of Cups energy as well. It just feels like, emotions are high. He's literally sitting on a throne in the middle of the ocean. So emotions are high and the feelings are strong. Oh, really? Oh, really? Listen, I'm laughing really hard on the inside because when this comes up as like to be released for Aquarians, and then it's the Queen of Cups, it's like, okay, let's just talk about the fact that we are the water bearers of the zodiac, right? Which means that we love being on the dry land and we love being in the air with our thoughts and our visions and our plans, but we hold the water, which means we have access to intuition. We have access to feelings, but we don't necessarily want to live and take a bath in the water that we carry, right? We just like to dip in and out of it as we please and as, as our comfort allows or dictates. So I love that we have the Queen of Cups coming up to be released because she's the queen of all the feels and the fee-fees, right? First of all, she's highly intuitive, highly psychic, but she feels things so deeply where it can be to the point of overwhelm or to the exclusion of her reason, of her intellect. Right? The Queen of Cups needs a healthy dose of, sword energy, mental clearing, and balance, right? So look at that angel there on the side as well, which is Aquarian energy. When this is coming up to be released, I feel, and we're talking about emotions being at the forefront. I'm hearing the word or the words or the aspect of, let us not be paralyzed by our feelings or afraid of them. What would happen if we did embrace them in a new way that didn't feel overwhelming or didn't feel scary or didn't elicit feelings of feeling out of control? What if we fully embodied the Queen of Cups energy without fear and without hesitancy and went, okay, I'm an air sign. I need air to breathe and I might suffocate in these, deep, watery feelings of emotion, but I'm going to go for it and trust that I'm going to grow, gills in those emotional waters and be able to breathe in that environment, right? Because as an Aquarian, you know of which I speak. Like, you know what it is. Like being in those heavy feelings and being in that kind of landscape of like where the feelings just are at the forefront, especially when our reasoning mind, right, feels like it's drowning because the feelings are so strong. That doesn't necessarily, it's not the home court of Aquarian comfort, okay? But we're being called to really fully sit in that Queen of Cups throne at the moment and really feel the true depth and feelings of our heart space, right? The King of Cups here. Fascinating. Now, let's get to the good part, which is, what is the gift? What do I get out of this? If I do this and I really sit with my feelings and I connect fully to my intuition and I allow my emotions to be the gas that makes my intuition thrive and, in this world, what do I get out of it? What is the gift on the other side of releasing a fear of the Queen of Cups? Because that's what it is. That's what it is. Oh, suke. We have 2 for 1. Okay. Wow. I love that we got like two elements here that are just like not water at all. So what's on the other side of that? First of all, we have 7 of Wands here, which is about perseverance, overcoming obstacles, and feeling like we have all of the energy and wisdom and passion and support, right, that we need in order to reach our goals and be aligned with our purpose in a way where we just feel like everything that we do, success is assured. With the 9 of Pentacles, which I am so here for in every way, shape, and form, because 9 of Pentacles is about not only just loving the work that we do, but really enjoying the physical, monetary abundance of the work that we do. This is like we put in the hard work of the 7 of Wands, and then we get the 9 of Pentacles out of it, which is feeling like we did a job really well done. And remember, this is the key of the entrepreneur. So especially to those of you who, are interested in being an entrepreneur or do work that is outside of, a given, corporate system, anything that you do that is really stands to benefit from the results of your personal efforts or your dreams or your actions or being your own boss, that is what's on the other side. And what's really fascinating about this is if we are able to overcome our fear of Queen of the Cups, and here's what's really funny, Queen of the Cups, like I'm saying Queen of the Night. I'm saying Queen of the Night. I mean, it's Whitney forever. But this aspect of overcoming that fear, of really allowing ourselves to really drown in our own emotional core so that we can really sit with what's coming through in our heart and not look away or delegate it or go the more comfortable path of staying in our mental realm and our mental space, that it's so worth it. It's so worth it. And here's the thing that I'm getting with this. Our emotions have information that our head does not. Period. Like, our emotions have information. Our heart cannot get a word in edgewise over our head. Our head is a loudspeaker and the heart is like, wait a minute now, I can't wait, I'm trying to speak. And our head's like, no, like holding up the sword, like, you want to come, you want some of this? You want some of this mind sword? Come over here, try to get some. And then like the cup's like, oh no. So it's really about, it's an interesting narrative there, a little mini play for you, but it's really about allowing that mind to recede into the background and going, okay heart, okay emotional core. Okay, I'm gonna let my mind rest and really sit with my emotions because that's where the information is. Let's get some advice, shall we? Let's get some advice. Oh, hey yo, the advice is the Wheel of Fortune. Are you serious? First of all, that's Aquarian energy right there with that angel with the book, because we always be learning and reading and wanting to know the facts. With the Wheel of Fortune here is the advice. This is really saying, in order for the wheel to turn in your favor, in order for things to have happy movement forward for you, in order for the universe to bring you gifts, both unexpected and expected, and to have good luck, expect things to show up unexpectedly, but in a really happy way, right? In order for this wheel to turn in your favor, it's really about tapping into those emotions. So this is really about, you know what's going to lubricate this wheel to move? It's a water wheel. It's a water wheel. That's what it is. I'm hearing Wonderwall by Oasis. This is a water wheel. We've been trying to move this with air of our mind, trying to figure out what we're doing, trying to figure out the best answers to things, trying to figure out the best timing for something, trying to think our way into some sort of clearance. But this is a water wheel. That's going to move this forward. And, you know, I'm also getting that aspect of like, how do we do this? How do we fully assume the Queen of Cups position, right? Because remember, where we are is King of Cups. That's where we are. And we're being asked to move from the King of Cups into the Queen of Cups, right? How does one do this? Because they look very similar, but what's the difference? How does one do this, right? Go deeper. Be unafraid to receive. Because remember, the King of Cups, the masculine energy is about giving, right? Queen energy, feminine energy is about receiving. Again, not about gender, it's about energy, about receiving. I'm hearing that line of whenever I'm coaching people on, you know, particular chakras, the third eye chakra in particular, I always say like, it is safe to see is kind of the tagline for really developing that chakra. And I'm getting for us, it's safe to feel. It's safe to feel. It's safe to feel. And really allowing yourself to go there and receive everything that's there. There's a lot of different ways to do this, but for some of you, it's just going to be as easy as setting the intention. Because if this is for you, you're going to resonate with this already and go, yeah, I know my heart has been trying to speak to me, or I have been crying, you know, for seemingly no reason at the drop of a dime, or I have been having emotional responses to things that are not emotional. And that is always a really good sign, an indicator that our heart is trying to come out and tell us something, but we're not giving it the due time or space to do so. So this could involve a certain detoxification in terms of just like sitting with what's coming up. It is safe to feel. That is what's going to turn that wheel. Okay? Really, really brilliant, my fellow Aquarians. I'm sending you so much love for this Scorpio season, and just thank you so, so much for being here. And most of all, and as always, thank you for being you, and be well. Until next time.